Wake up, Detroit. I'm Joanne Watson, and this is your wake-up call.
When a brown girl child is born, the earth shifts. The sun is at half-mast. The moon waits for her first cry. The ancestors set the table. The flowers turn red as blood. This is your land, continent daughter, with tree trunk legs and branches for arms. This is your soil, black and fertile as your eyes facing an apartheid Jim Crow current past memory. Some of us begin the removal of shackles at birth. We grow into the armor of struggle quickly. We brew courage in our tea, blend bravery into our Sunday dinners. Joanne Watson, you understand nation building is not a part-time job. This dedicated life is sometimes lonely, a vulnerable choice, but it is the only way you know how to operate. You are wired for the movement in your black women bones, even when tired, still fighting, still organizing, still singing morning spirituals. You were born to lead, even in your own family, the eldest of 10 children born to Jefferson and Lestine. You made Damon, Nefertari, Stephen, Maya. Her children always knew she was larger than life. When you are a woman in the movement, you take the children with you on the journey. You bring the babies with you to your college classes. When you travel to Ghana for the first time, it will be with your daughters in tow. When you are a fearless, nationalist thinking mama, mothering never stops with your own babies. 30 godchildren and mentees across the globe. The daughter of a ministering mother is already ordained for good trouble. A seer, a prophetic young student preparing for her lifelong role as servant to her own community. When your purse was snatched in a Farmer Jack parking lot many years ago with your kids' tickets to Run DMC in the purse, you made sure they still got to that concert and even hosted Melly Mel and the Furious Five in your living room, because queens make it look easy. When you were a single mom, people would tell you what you can't do. Instead, you moved to New York City with all 4 of your C's to do your necessary work with the YWCA, because queens make it look easy. Ghana, Togo, South Africa, where is your heart, Mama Watson? Nurturing spirit, baking melt in your mouth, homemade biscuits. How many hours do you sleep, Warrior Watson, with endless work ethic and blue-collar blood racing through your veins? How do we say thank you for your work, your time, your heart? We know you will never really retire. There is a fire on the path to freedom. There is smoke, there is sacrifice. There are stories of justice, of women, of Tubman, Sojourner, of Angela, Asada, Coretta, and Merle, and Betty, and Queen Mother Moore. Some of us know we are ancient, that our marrow is laced with legacy, that we are here to bring light to our daughters. Sometimes it just takes one woman, a mother, a grandmother, a Spitfire, griot, a sister, the only woman to lead the NAACP's largest chapter. She, daughter of the movement, of Rosa, of Irma. She was a birth that gave birth to possibility for other young activists like me, a true D woman, frontline Fatima, Nigerian blood, councilwoman, leader, truth teller, Joanne Watson, social worker, president of the Anti-Klan Network, sister, inspiration, dedicated to the protection of girls and the voices of women wrapped in West African beauty, regal and resilient. Wake up, Detroit. Wake up, South Africa. Wake up, Cuba. Wake up, small business owners. Wake up, White House. Wake up, reparations. Wake up, teachers. Wake up, women. Wake up, schools. Sleeping is not an option when the Honorable Joanne Watson is in the room.
Wake up, Detroit. I'm Joanne Watson. This is the day the Lord has made. We do rejoice and we're glad in it. I don't know about you, but I can't let one day go by without praising his name. We praise God from whom all blessings flow. We know it is God who made us and not we ourselves. What else is there to do in the morning time but to say thank you, Lord? We love you, Lord. We praise you, Lord. We honor you. We magnify your name. We trust and obey. It is good to give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, and his mercy endureth forever. We're so blessed on this day to have a wonderful woman, Martha Greer, who is representing Wayne County Community College District today, and she is a woman who has 32 years, come on now, 32 years of leadership and service on behalf of Wayne County Community College District. And the chancellor, the great Dr. Curtis L. Ivory, has requested that she represent the entire institution today to help us understand what's coming forward on May the 1st. And I'm going to ask her to give us all the good news we can use about Wayne County Community College District and its 50th anniversary gala. Welcome to Wake Up Detroit.
Thank you so much. It is indeed my pleasure to be sitting beside the great Reverend Dr. Joanne Watson.
Oh, listen,
You
I'm
know,
just
you
an
are
humble
a
servant.
part of the Wayne County Community College District.
I love it.
Yes, yes.
And I love our chancellor. I love you, and you have
Thank
represented
you.
us so well
Yes,
down
yes.
through the years. Tell us why we should all be excited about it. You know, when I think about Wayne County Community College District, I don't think there's a family I know that has not had somebody in their family attend the college.
That's true. You know, 50 years ago, the legislature um, chartered the Wayne County Community College District.
My.
And May 1st is the reason we are celebrating. We are celebrating 50 years of making lives better
Yes,
for the residents of Wayne County and enhancing lives
yes,
and providing open door access to a population that otherwise may not have had an opportunity. Now, 50 years ago, you know, when we got started,
yes,
it was difficult.
yes,
But now, you know, access to education, people think is just able, you know,
yes.
everybody is able to do it.
But it was not the case
But it
50
was
years
not
ago.
the case 50 years ago.
No, and that was
No,
part of the mission and the development and the emergence of Wayne County Community College District to make sure that there would be access
that's right.
and opportunity
That's right.
and equality for everybody. So I love the open admissions policy.
Right, right. And as we celebrate these 50 years,
Yes,
um, this event is normally a chancellor's banquet.
yes,
It is our fundraising opportunity to raise funds for scholarships for our students.
yes,
And that's for students that are in need, as well as our students that are high performers,
yes.
merit
And
students.
many of our students are in need.
Yes, yes, there is a great need. And the citizens of Detroit have stepped up.
Yes,
They support this banquet,
I love it.
and we are calling it our 50th anniversary celebration.
I love
And
it.
we want everyone to come out to be a part of this.
How can they decide to become a part of the audience to attend? What can they do?
They can purchase tickets, they can purchase tables, businesses can sponsor. There are a number of ways. The tickets are a little bit expensive because this is, as I said, our fundraiser.
Yes,
And we're trying to raise enough funds to support all of our programs where there is a student need. And ticket prices are individual tickets are $150.
okay,
A table for 10 is $1,500.
hmm
And our sponsors are able to do levels. The platinum level is $20,000, and
Okay.
that gets you 2 tables.
all right,
The gold sponsorship level is at $10,000, and the silver sponsor is at $5,000.
okay. And as we think about all of the tremendous good that Wayne County Community College District has done, not just in Detroit, but all throughout the state of Michigan
Right?
and throughout the Midwest. I've had students come from Ohio, Toledo.
Oh yeah.
So it's really serving the Midwest.
At one time, we did have um, a program in partnership with the University of Toledo.
Interesting.
So our partnerships touch across state
Excellent.
lines
Excellent.
and various other institutions.
Yes.
And, our School of Continuing Education touches our workforce.
Yes.
We are strong in the area of workforce development
Excellent.
and customized job training.
Excellent.
Yes.
And now it's one of the anchors for dual enrollment.
Yes. Yes.
So high school students are able to not only graduate from high school with their high school diploma, they can graduate with their associate's degree.
Absolutely. we have graduated, and it has been my honor for about the last 20 years to chair the graduation planning committee.
My.
Hmm. And let me give you a little bit of history.
Please do.
That first graduating class
Yes.
in 1970
Yes.
graduated 9 students.
My.
2 years later, in 72, they graduated 500
Wow.
students.
Wow.
And coming up in June 10th
Yes.
this year, we expect that we will be graduating 1,300 plus
My,
students.
my. Outstanding.
Yes. So
What a trajectory.
It has progressively grown and transformed lives, and
And
this-
you've been a
this-
part of that
and
success.
I've been a part of it.
Yes. And
it's-
certainly Dr. Curtis L. Ivory, his 20 plus years,
yes,
his tenure has been the most successful year. I'm not just saying that because
he's been the longest serving.
he's been the longest serving and
serving.
also the most
Absolutely.
successful
Yes, yes.
leader that Wayne County Community College District has been able to bring on board, and he has done this with the process of overseeing multiple campuses.
Yes, yes. When the college started out 50 years ago, and I'm going to stay on this track of this 50-year history and kind of incorporate some of that history into
Good.
current day,
Good.
and then we'll kind of settle on this gala that's coming up and give you a little bit more information about that. But when the college began, you know, we were in storefronts. We were in DPS facilities in the evening.
During that period, I was the director of the downtown YWCA, where Comerica Park is now, was my YWCA. And we had Wayne County Community College District classes
Yes.
inside the YWCA.
Yes, yes.
So I remember that period.
Right, right.
There were classes offered on Linwood and that old Cardinal Mooney site. And we all remember when the building on Woodward, right there, just
The Garfield building.
the Garfield building.
Yes, that was the
Administrative.
first administrative offices for the district. We were in 52 locations
Wow.
then.
Wow.
Now we have 6 state-of-the-art facilities.
Come on now.
You know, and it's just amazing.
And it is also amazing that the demographics of the student body
Hmm.
has expanded and grown, and it looks like United Nations.
Yes, it does. I believe there are, and I'm just throwing an approximation out here, that we have international student population that spans about 69 different countries.
My.
Yeah, yeah. If you go to our downtown campus, in the atrium, the flags from all of those countries are hanging around the atrium, and it is a lovely sight
It's
to
a
see.
beautiful sight
Yes,
to see.
it is. Yep.
And it's so good for the students themselves to be in a classroom where there's someone from Syria
Hmm.
and Iran, where there's somebody from the continent of Africa,
Yes,
somebody from the Caribbean,
yes,
somebody who has just graduated from high school in Detroit,
yes.
and somebody who's a returning student,
Right.
someone who's in their 30s, 40s.
The dual enrollment program that you spoke of earlier, and to say, you know, you can graduate from high school
Right.
at the same time
Mhm.
with an associate's degree. We've participated in that program now for a number of years.
Yes.
And for about the last 5 years, we've had students, graduate with our students. And we recognize those high school
Yes.
students separately,
Yes.
during our commencement ceremony. And it's a great program.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
I taught a dual enrollment class last summer at Cass Tech, and it was fascinating to me how bright. Of course, I know Cass Tech students are bright
Right, yes.
anyway,
yes.
but they were their writing and their understanding and their ability to do research was really on a par.
Mhm.
Of course, they require a special support in order to make sure that
do.
they navigate the college
Right,
process.
right. It is our goal that our students be successful.
Yes.
nurturing atmosphere that we have there, and our expectations, and our faculty are so very well equipped to be able to teach. Um, a great percentage of our faculties are PhDs.
My.
Yeah, yeah.
When you consider the connection between Wayne County Community College District and the community,
Hmm.
there was a easy flow
Well,
between.
community is in our name.
Come on now.
That's what we're there for. It's the community. Yeah.
It's wonderful to see community groups, community leaders interface with Wayne County Community College District in such a consistent manner.
Yes.
I know
yes.
the Chancellor, Dr. Curtis L. Ivory, hosts them regularly. They're
Yes.
involved in our goal setting and in our special events, and we certainly hope they will all show up
Yeah.
at the 50th anniversary gala.
Oh, I tell you, we are planning for it, and there is space. We're going to be at the Renaissance Hotel.
Yes.
The Westin Renaissance Hotel.
Yes,
I'm sorry, not the Westin. It's the Detroit Renaissance
the
Hotel.
Detroit Renaissance
Detroit
Hotel.
Renaissance Hotel.
The Marriott,
Marriott.
and it's going to be on the fourth floor
Yes.
in the ballroom area.
In the Ambassador Ballroom.
Mhm.
And we expect to have a large number of our students there too.
Excellent.
Some of the students that have had the benefit of receiving scholarships, the students that are participating in our programs that these funds support that we raise
Yes.
for this event, and we expect our community to come out. But you know what? For our 50th anniversary, the remainder of this year will be highlighted at each one of our regional campuses.
Excellent.
We're going to have celebrations. I mean, this is the kickoff.
Yes.
We're going to have celebrations on each one of our campuses.
Excellent. Excellent.
All during the spring and summer, and we want to, have our community visible. We want our alumni to come out
Come on now.
and remember the days when they were students, and now support students that need assistance.
What a great history. A few years ago, we were blessed to have Dr. Michael Eric Dyson as a special guest of the college, and of course, he gave a riveting address at the downtown campus. And I did not know until he spoke. Of course, he has an earned doctorate, and he's well known throughout the world, often on MSNBC talking about issues of the moment. I did not know that the first college he attended was Wayne County Community College District.
Yes, you'd be surprised at a lot of students that have gone through Wayne County. We have touched the lives of so many people. And Dr. Dyson is
Yes.
part of our Global Speaker Series.
My.
It is another element of the college where we have the goal
Yes.
of exposing our student body
Yes.
to renowned speakers
Yes.
and authors and activists, those people that do great things for
Yes.
the benefit of mankind
My.
and furthering the cause of the community college system. And ironically, this month is recognized as Community College Month
My.
across the nation.
Wow.
Yes.
So what a great month to sponsor this very special event.
Mhm.
I would hope that those persons whose lives have been touched and enhanced by Wayne County Community College District will certainly be a part of this gala that is not just for the college, it's for all of us.
It's for all of us. It's celebrating a history, and all of us are a part of that history. Now, when we talk about, let's talk about the program a little bit. When we talk about people that are renowned,
Yes.
doing great things, at this gala, our keynote speaker will be a dynamic young woman, Maya Wiley,
My.
who is she's the founder of the Center for Social Justice,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe they're calling it now Social Inclusion.
Okay.
But it is an organization that fights structural racism
Yes.
and injustice.
Yes.
And she's awesome. You need to check her out. Google
Excellent.
Maya Wiley and see what she's all about, and then prepare to come and hear her in person.
And this is a visionary choice for a keynoter
Yes.
because a social injustice, social equity, that's one of the themes that's going on worldwide right now.
Yes, it is. The whole theme of inclusion
Yes.
and breaking barriers that prevent certain classes
Yes.
and races and certain people from, acquiring the things that are due.
And
to
how
them.
wonderful to have a woman lead.
Yes, absolutely.
Praise God.
Yes,
Young
yes.
woman.
So, in addition, we will be recognizing others that have given significantly
Excellent.
to the city, to the nation. Uh, we're going to recognize Senator Carl Levin
Excellent.
for what he has done to promote education. We're going to recognize Ms. Maureen Taylor.
My.
She's out there on the streets
Yes, she
fighting
is.
for us daily.
Welfare Rights Organization.
Welfare rights.
You know,
yes,
a
indeed.
former retired U.S. Senator Carl Levin
Mhm.
graduated from Central High School, which is my alma mater. He also, many people are not aware, he had been city council president for Detroit. He went straight from city council to the U.S. Senate.
Wonderful.
Yeah. They one of my last pieces of legislation as a council member was to name the Port Authority building down on Atwater,
Yes.
the Carl Levin
Yeah.
Port Authority
I know
building.
where that is.
Yeah, because he spent some period of time using his influence as a United States senator to garner funds necessary to build that site, the brand new building just behind the Renaissance Center.
That's true. And the other person that we will be recognizing on that evening will be Jimmy Settles.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, UAW
Vice President. He's
yes.
retiring in June.
Yes.
So how wonderful to acknowledge this anchorman for many of the progressive programs and activities and the leadership at the United Auto Workers. And we always are reminded that it was born in Detroit, UAW.
Yes. And all of these people have touched Wayne County Community College District in various
Excellent.
ways and have had programs and events at our campuses.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well, Jimmy Settles, Maureen Taylor, and former U.S. Senator Carl Levin. What a great lineup
yes.
of honorees. And I know the chairman is Reverend Wendell Anthony.
Reverend Wendell Anthony is our dinner chair. Yes.
This is a wonderful time of the year as we're transitioning into spring. I guess at one point we'll have spring weather in Detroit.
I hope so. I didn't know what I was going to expect waking up this morning.
But spring is a new beginning. It's a time of adventure, a time of revival, time of resurrection, and it's what a new era for the Wayne County Community College District, having reached 50 years.
Yes, yes.
It's magnificent.
I know it. And, it hasn't been easy for us all of those years. We've, through the history, and we don't like to talk about the days that were not.
Well, there were some challenging years.
There were challenging
because there were some
days,
people
yeah.
who were absolutely, first of all, there was not universal avalanche of support when the college first opened.
That's right.
People from the community had to fight and advocate and lobby for the existence of Wayne County Community College District. And in its earlier years, there were some plotting its demise
Yes,
every season.
yes. Yeah. Now, when the college started, it was expected that, 1,000 to 2,000 students would
Sure.
show up on the first day. And this is something new, and it would be a growth process.
Sure.
And of course, on that first day, instead of 2,000 showing up, 9,000 showed up. 9,000 people showed up. who want to begin their higher education career.
Love it.
And today, the college is servicing 70,000 plus students
70,000 plus.
annually. Yes. Now, of course, that number includes credit and non-credit.
Yes.
Our continuing education and workforce development side of the house
Yes.
is very strong, which is, one of the reasons that community colleges exist.
Yes.
The 5 purposes of a community college include, your career education,
Yes.
your workforce, and your continuing education, community events.
Yes.
All of those are rolled into why we exist and what our
Excellent.
purpose is.
The workforce development programs are so strong and so greatly needed. I have heard many occasions as I've been in community meetings, someone will get up and say, there's some classes available right now. Anybody who wants to learn how to do truck driving,
Yes.
commercial driving, if someone wants to engage in refrigeration and looking into engineering, there's a class available for you right now. And that you don't really hear people saying that about any other institution.
In addition to doing the traditional associate degrees, the certificate programs
Yes.
for these career development type of programs, that's growing.
Yes.
It means that it's a shorter period of study. The training is intense, but you're able to immediately move into the workforce
Excellent.
with very respectable paying rates.
Come on now.
Pay rates for these jobs. It's not like below minimum wage
Yes.
type of careers we're talking about.
And there are persons at every campus who can help students connect.
Yes, yes.
You don't have to know how to do the financial aid process. Someone is there that can help you navigate that process.
There's someone available. We often have the financial aid marathons. It's almost like a fair. You come in and
Sure.
there are stations that you can go to, and people can assist you with whatever need you may have, and they'll walk you through the process. As I said
Excellent.
earlier, we are a very nurturing
That's true.
atmosphere, and once you step on that college campus, immediately it does something for your self-esteem.
Praise God.
Yes,
And it becomes an extended family kind
Yes,
of
it does.
infrastructure.
it does.
And not just persons from one background. What I love viewing are students who obviously come from different places, who have melded together.
Yes, yes. We are.
They study together.
Yes,
They commune together. They have lunch together.
they do. Right. You talked earlier about the activities that we do for
Yes.
the community.
Yes.
We call that our Power Lunch
Yes.
series.
Yes.
It's the Power Lunch series, and we invite our community leaders in. We invite our legislative leaders, our ministers.
Activists,
Yes, yes.
people of all ilks come through, and it's a patchwork quilt of the leadership
Right.
representing every genre in the
Right.
community.
We want to provide updates to our community and to our leaders so that everyone is aware of the good work that goes on.
And you know what happens as a result? Those who come into these power lunches, they end up owning,
Yes, yes.
and they end up sharing it from
There
their
is
pulpits,
ownership.
from their organizations and their board meetings and in their own community, in their annual meeting.
Yeah.
'Cause I was at an NACP meeting not long ago, and they did something I've never seen them do before, and that is they postponed, really canceled, a Freedom Fund planning committee that was scheduled for May 1st. They said, we're not doing anything May 1st but going to the
Wonderful.
50th anniversary gala.
Yes.
That's what we're doing on May 1st.
All right.
We're not having
And
a Freedom
we
Fund
urge
committee meeting.
everyone to take part in this event. Call us. You can call us. Go on the website. There's information.
And they can call
everywhere.
313-496-2600.
2600, or call the chancellor's office directly.
My.
call us directly at 313-496-2510. And you can get all the information about this event coming up, and information about purchasing tickets and how to go online to purchase tickets. We're trying to branch out and, you know, for those, the population that's
Yes.
into the media and the online modalities
Yes.
of operating.
It's good to be able to celebrate
Hmm.
50 years.
Right.
50 years. That's a benchmark that's significant. That's so you're not going to get 50 again.
But within the next 50, we'll still be doing great things
Yes,
at a
for the
higher level.
100th year.
Yeah.
But right now it's 50 years, and you need to pause to celebrate, to honor, to acknowledge a 50-year journey. I think about some of those leaders who had a hand in helping to fashion the beginnings of Wayne
Mhm.
County Community College District, who had a great love for Detroit, and
Right.
who, the ones that I knew already had their PhDs, so they weren't doing it
Yes.
to enhance their own. They were doing it out of love and a commitment to the generations following them.
Right. Right. As I said before, we probably have the most qualified faculty within the state. You know, um, we're in like the 80 to 90% percentile
Excellent,
of faculty with PhDs.
excellent. And when you look at that microcosm
Hmm.
and look at the great value to the student body, and also the fact that they have a nurturing link and a great concern for students,
Hmm.
the kind of things you can't put on a resume
Right.
or your bio,
That's true.
but that love,
That's true.
because you got to love the
That's a
students.
caring atmosphere. You know, I had a student once that went through graduation, and graduation is one of my favorite projects.
Aw,
Um, she graduated. She was so excited, and she went on to Wayne State, and she missed Wayne County. She called me one day, and she said, "Can I give my degree back?" And I said, "Give your degree back? What on earth are you talking about?" She said, "I miss Wayne County so much." She said, "I'd like to give my degree back." I said, "Well, think about this. Keep that degree.
that's right.
Go on, get your bachelor's
Yes,
at Wayne State, and come back and do something else for fun. Always be a part of Wayne County Community College District."
I love it. I love it. Continuing education,
Yes, yes.
and that's part of the goal, to help all of us understand that you never stop learning.
Hmm.
Learning never ceases.
You know, when I left Ohio and came to Detroit, I went into the corporate
Yes.
arena. I worked for one of the big three automotive companies,
My.
and I missed education because I had spent 11 years at the University of Cincinnati.
Yes.
And it's just to be on a college campus is a different atmosphere, and I miss that.
Yes.
You can see daily where you are making a difference in
That's true.
someone's life, and it's witnessing that growth that I missed,
Yes.
and it also opened doors for me as an individual.
Excellent.
So is that you see someone else growing, and you see the need where
Yes.
you need to grow yourself.
Yes.
So it's reciprocal.
It sure is. And so that fulfillment, that sense of dedication
Hmm.
that comes with being part of the faculty, one of the caregivers, as you say, is reciprocal because you
Mhm.
receive as much as you give.
That's right.
Now, the key information we want to make sure people have access to with respect to the great event, May 1st, I believe it starts at 6 p.m. at the Renaissance Center in
It's
the
going-
Ambassador Room.
In the ambassador room, it's actually going to start at 5:30
Okay.
with a reception,
Okay.
and that reception for the public will be in the Ontario room, which is just adjacent to
Okay.
the ambassador room.
Okay.
But there will be directional signs, and our host and hostesses, many of whom will be our students,
I love it.
will be there to direct you appropriately. and we will open the doors for dinner at 6:30.
Okay. And it's a black tie
Uh,
or
Not
dressy?
necessarily black tie, but as close to it as possible. We want you to come looking really pretty and and dressed. It is a dressy occasion.
And it's a special occasion that will include our chancellor, Dr. Curtis L. Ivory, will
Yes.
include our board of trustees,
Yes, our board members will be there.
all the executive staff. We expect hundreds of students and
We're
faculty.
we're preparing for at least 800 guests
Excellent.
at this event.
And wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get to 1,000?
It would be. It
That'd be
would
it.
be.
Because
We,
when you think of how many lives have been touched by Wayne County Community College District in the 50 years of its existence, this is a time for us to set aside some resources to support this. It has earned our respect.
yes, it has. It has. You know, shortly after Dr. Ivory arrived at the district, um, and his assessment of what the needs would be um, to get full information out about what we offered
Yes.
and how the community perceived us as an institution, the quality of our education. He decided to bring in this Blue Ribbon Task Force.
Yes.
This panel of experts from across the country with representatives from community, government, business, and we talked about the focus
Yes.
and the direction in which the college should go. And there were recommendations that came out of that set us on a path that has been so successful.
Excellent.
And of course, when Dr. Ivory arrived, in his State of the College address that first year, I
Yes.
believe he set up 14 goals. He
Yes.
called these the 14 initiatives
Yes.
that he wanted to see happen at the district. And all of those have been met. And
Outstanding.
Yes, he's going into his 22nd year.
Outstanding.
Yes,
That's a mark of leadership
it certainly is.
to set goals and reach those goals. And he has never stopped setting goals.
That's true.
He continues to set new
That's true.
goals, new priorities,
That's true.
and to have a team of people like you who are visionary, who are committed, who are exemplary. So we praise God for that.
Thank you so much.
A pretty
Yes.
girl from Mississippi.
Yes, indeed. The magnolia.
My.
Yes, yes.
And now tell us about your path who were your role models early on?
Oh my goodness. My role models have been primarily ministerial, very spiritual leaders. Actually, the church that I grew up in started in my home. My great great
Praise God.
grandfather
Come on now.
started this church in our home. But my role models have been educators,
Excellent.
teachers,
Excellent.
and leaders.
So
And,
this is no accident.
this is no accident. No accident.
You've been nurtured and cultivated along this
Yes,
path.
yes. I think I've been privileged.
Praise God.
My family some would say that I've been spoiled, but not necessarily. I've been anxious to learn
Yes.
and anxious to share,
Yes.
and and committed to the things that promote better lives for others. And I think that's led me to where I am now. I serve on boards
Yes.
that champion women's issues and literacy,
Yes.
and it's
I know you
all
love to
about
read.
others. I love to read. Yes, yes. When you
And
don't,
right.
when you don't have the opportunity to write yourself books, but you have that desire to read, then when you get into that pattern
Yes.
of reading, you build that ability
That's
to
right.
rate.
That's true.
And
That's
so,
exactly right.
yes, yes. Um, and it stems from, that basic family value. If you are taught these things, or if this type of activity goes on in your household,
That's true.
you develop a desire to do that. So,
My mother read all the time.
mhm,
In fact, she would often go to sleep reading.
yeah,
And so I picked up reading. I was grabbing books at 3,
mhm,
and 4 was reading everything, including
yes,
the newspapers
yes, yes,
and books. And as a result, my mother, instead of waiting till I was 5, enrolled me in Detroit Public Schools at 4.
mhm, mhm.
But that reading has
Your lives are shaped. There's always um, a discussion that we have when we talk about leadership
yes,
opportunities for women in the various organizations that I am involved with. And Dr. Ivory does this with his cabinet.
yes,
Consistently at cabinet meetings, they're started with what have you read?
yes,
You know what's your reading habits?
yes,
Because he is an amazing reader.
yes,
He goes through, you know, 10 books a week sometimes. But this whole idea of learning and passing it on
yes,
and mentoring others and opening doors
yes,
for others is so important. And I think in the educational arena, that's what we are all about, making others' lives
yes,
better.
yes, yes.
And it's just been an awesome experience for me. But as I started talking about this reading and knowing who you are
Yes.
and knowing who motivates you
Come on now.
and who has touched your life
Yes.
in a way that instills the desire for you to touch others, it's very important. It's this whole giving that binds us as a human race
Absolutely.
and the overall love for our fellow man.
That's exactly right. And it becomes a cycle.
It does.
So as you have benefited from the love and the learning and the acculturation of Wayne County Community College District, how wonderful for those who have graduated and are now alumni to
Right.
come back into the fold
Yes.
and
yes.
become part of the cycle to give to the next generation
And we'd
and the
love
next generation.
and we'd love for our alumni to come back and join us in our development office and alumni affairs.
Yes.
There's opportunities for you to come back, establish scholarships in the names of someone that
That's
you'd
right.
like to honor.
That's right.
And this can carry on and on, this practice of perpetuating,
My.
enhancing the lives of others.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And what a joy to have the opportunity to just witness the growth and the success and really the victory march of Wayne County Community College
Yes,
District,
yes. Yeah.
celebrating its 50th year milestone
Mhm.
with this grand event where all of us will be coming together.
Yeah.
To share in that event will happen on Tuesday, May 1st.
Tuesday, May 1st,
Reception at 5:30.
5:30, dinner at 6:30, Detroit Marriott Renaissance Hotel. And
Anyone who wants more information can call 313-496-2510.
2510.
And they'll take you directly to the
Absolutely.
chancellor's office and say, I want a table,
Yes.
or at
Want
least a ticket,
table.
or at least a
table.
ticket.
Again, the price of the individual tickets are $150. But just think about this, The majority of that money goes to aid a student in its educational quest,
That's right. So we're giving back. You don't have to wonder,
right?
can you make a
Right.
difference?
Right.
You know you're making a difference
Yes,
when you
indeed.
come to this event. It's not just a feel-good event. It's a do-good event.
Yes, that's right. And as we're doing good, we're also getting the benefit of hearing renowned
Yes.
speaker. Um, Hearing people like the Reverend Dr. Wendell Anthony,
My.
our program chair, and witness us recognizing the contributions to our city and to
U.S. Senator Carl
Carl
Levin,
Levin.
Sister Maureen Taylor,
Yes.
Welfare Rights Organization, a great orator and an activist, and the Vice President, UAW Ford, Jimmy Settles,
Jimmy Settles.
who's
That's
retiring in June. And this
That's
is
right.
a man who has contributed greatly to not only United Auto Workers, but to the community.
That's right.
And it's a wonderful way to lift them up.
Come and meet our staff.
Yes.
And our board of trustees and our
Yes.
students. It's going to be a wonderful evening.
It's really the kind of event where everyone who is someone
Yes.
in this community ought to be
We're
there.
all going to be there.
We thank you so much, Martha Greer.
Thank
You've just
you.
been wonderful.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you for all you do for Wayne County
Thank you
Community
so
College
much.
District over 32 years.
Yes.
We thank you. We hope to see everybody who's watching, listening, Wake Up Detroit as a part of the 50th anniversary gala. And I know you're going to see our sister there,
Yes, I'll be there.
and I'll be there. And we want to make sure that you're there. Be in that number. We want to send out a very special thank you to R.J. Watkins. He's the president and CEO of Watkins Broadcasting, WHPR. We continue to send good well wishes to H.T. Henry Tyler, vice president, WHPR. We thank God for all of those who are part of the leadership of this wonderful black-owned station serving Detroit, Highland Park, and southeastern Michigan. We give God all the praise. Only God is worthy to be praised. Wake up, Detroit.